Now let's talk about what it takes to become a freelancer. By watching the last video, you're probably like, it's a no-brainer, game over, I'm putting in my 2 weeks and I'm gonna start freelancing. Hold on a second, just let's go through this list and then you can decide what's the next step. Let's go. Number one, guts. This is the key ingredient in becoming a freelancer, and let me explain why. It's really nice to get checks on the 1st of every month and on the 15th of every month, even if you're making nothing. Even if you're making $30,000 in the United States, you know you can live somewhere where you can still survive off of that, but knowing that your bills are going to be paid and you're getting paid on the 1st and the 15th, and having that predictable system gives you a peace of mind. On the other hand, freelance world, forget about it. One day you're a freaking rock star, you're charging crazy money, and then for 3 weeks, crickets. You got nothing going on. So that right here, I mean, you got to pump that chest up and you got to just keep your chin up and keep going. And all it takes is a freaking rock hard guts. Like, you just really need to weather the storm. And that happens all the freaking time. It never gets easier. And that's why I said it's a lifestyle, because you have to choose this path and then stick with it. Number two, hustle. When I say hustle, I mean not a phase like where you're hustling for 2 weeks and then you're burned out and you need a vacation for a week and you got to wind down and blah, blah, blah. No, I mean go and never stop. And the only way you can do that is if you live and breathe this stuff, okay? If it's in you, if it's running through your veins, that's what you're about, that's it. And the hustler attitude starts by saying yes. Yes to everything. Whether you're working for free, whether you're working for pennies, whether you're working for your rate, whether you're working for more, whatever it is, whether you're working on something you've never worked before, just freaking say yes and go in. I'm not teaching you fake it till you make it. I want you to get in there and just own it. Just own it. Give your 150, give your freaking 300%. And then what do you got to lose? Because at the end of the day, even if you just fail and the project didn't come out how you wanted it, the experience that you gained from it already freaking just took you on a whole another caliber. And freaking everyone loves a hustler. Tell me one person that you know that freaking hustles and is passionate about their craft and that person is annoying to you. If they really own it and if they really mean it, you fall for it. And there's a difference. Some people are salesmen, which means that they're selling something that they probably don't own in their hearts. That's different. Like, if you own it and if then you share it with the world, you're going to feel it differently. And that's what being a hustler is all about. Number three, skills. This one is very, very important. You need to be on top of your game, because here's the thing. There's so many times I'm working for agencies where they have a full-time staff that they're paying base salaries, and anytime they get a really cool gig, if they're working with Nissan or Toyota or a really big client, they'll bring me in. And I'm the freelancer, and they have like 6 editors just sitting there looking at my face while I come in to edit their thing and then grade their stuff and then turn it in. And the reason why that happens is because I have a niche. I have a specific skill that they need that they don't get from people that they pay base salary. So you have to have that edge, and that edge comes from learning and just putting your head down and keep going. And I'm not talking about analysis paralysis where you just learn and don't apply. There's a really fine line. It's learn and apply. It's like left and right hook, right? It's like learn and apply, learn and apply. And as soon as you pick up something, boom, apply it. So it gets burned in right here. So then when the job comes, you know how to just pull that out, that specific skill that you gained, and then just keep moving forward. Number 4, communication. You have to have exceptional communication, because you can be very easily forgotten because you don't even work for the company. You just go in and do a job and then you're out. So out of sight, out of mind applies to freelancers all the time. So you don't want to be that statistic. You want to be the person who they remember. You want to be the person that they want to have a beer with. You want to be that person that they just cannot wait to get their hands on another project so they can call you and have you in, because they enjoy your company, they love your work ethic, and you're just a freaking killer at your job. And when I say communication, I don't mean the bullshit like send an email, then do a follow up, that kind of crap. I'm not talking about formal communication. I mean, go beyond that, okay? Get to know people. Get to know people on a personal basis. I really mean it. You're not intruding. You're only intruding if you're thinking in your head that you're doing it for some outcome, if you need something in return. If you just have the attitude of giving and just do it out of curiosity and get to know humans, you'll see that everyone will freaking love you and it will come right back around. Don't ask for it and it'll come to you. Ask for it too much and you'll never get it. Number 5, passion. Nothing will get you noticed more than passion. It's one of those things that even if I'm watching a video online and I have it on mute, I can just hear someone moving their hands and how they're talking, and I can just feel their passion. Same thing translate into your work. If you put a lot of passion into it, it just speaks for itself. And that's why anything that you do, you really have to go in and give it your best, and then the passion will come through, and then it's game over. Charisma. If passion can get you noticed, charisma can keep you around. So charisma is that thing when you walk in the room and everybody's freaking excited to see you, and you have to bring that energy in. And it doesn't matter. You could be introverted, you could be extroverted. When people talk about their passion, it doesn't matter. I've talked to so many freaking introverted people. When they're talking about something they're passionate about, I mean, they're the most outspoken person. So then you need to have that, embody that attitude and put that out and just let people know. Like, give people your charisma, your energy, and they'll remember you forever. Ownership. Trust me, that is probably the biggest weakness as an artist, and the thing that I see in people day in and day out. Nobody wants to take accountability. Everybody is blaming somebody. You know exactly what I'm talking about. A colorist is saying it wasn't shot right. A freaking DP is saying there was no shot list. The lighting was this, that, and the other thing. A director is saying one thing. Nobody ever holds themselves accountable. So it has to start with you. And especially as a freelancer, when you get cut, you get cut. Again, you don't get a call back. So you really need to take it upon yourself. It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that you have to be silent. Let's just say if the footage is actually really bad, then you can just say what's the problem, but then also offer a solution with that. So then that way you're not getting screwed. They don't think that you suck. You can just say, hey, this is what's happening. Wanted to bring it to your attention. But that said, I have these solutions. So what do you think? Like, do you think we have to reshoot or we can salvage this footage? And then present them with those options, be helpful and anticipate their needs. And that takes you really, really far, because a lot of the people, like I said, in this industry do not take ownership, which means the first thing that goes wrong, they throw in the towel and they're like, we're done. I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. So if you're the guy who takes accountability, takes charge in that moment, I mean, you just seized the day and you did it. You're in.